Okay guys, so the Losi NT is running again, and so I started taking the engine apart a little bit, and these engines here have, same with the 12, have an aluminum head gasket, and it's very difficult to see it. It crushes onto the cylinder head and you don't notice it's there. Now, this one had fallen off. It appeared that it was there, but I was running with no head gasket. So of course, when the engine would warm up, it would lose compression because the gap between the head and the sleeve would expand, and it was blowing its exhaust out from right here. Of course, I couldn't see it, but it was blowing its exhaust pressure and the compression out between the cylinder head and the block, keeping it from running. Now it has a whole lot better compression than it had before, and what you just seen me running it on was some 0% nitro. This is just methanol and Blenzol mixed, about 85-15 or something like that. Might even be 80-20, I can't remember exactly what was in that bottle, but it's pretty heavy on the oil, being these are a nickel plated sleeve. I'll show you what that means. Now, you don't have to run 0%, but if you are going to run these old CV engines, get yourself some castor oil. Like one of these three clots. These are all designed to run with methanol, and they all work fine with RC fuel. You can make 0% or your own nitro with any of these. I use this one a lot because it has no dye in it. But if you want it slightly pink, use that one. They all work exactly the same. Okay guys, back to another windowsill production. So, my dirty windowsill. So what I was explaining earlier about ABN and ABC, it might be hard to tell, but see how the sleeve is all silver looking rather than brass and chrome on the inside? So what they did, or what ABN stands for, is aluminum, which the piston's made out of, brass, which the sleeve is made out of, and then nickel, which it's plated with. So the nickel plating is much softer than the chrome plating in modern engines. So these old guys need more castor oil in the fuel. I know it looks blue, but it's not. It's just the lighting in here. See, it's clear. Anyways, and another thing is, if you guys notice, especially a lot of you guys that take apart engines, you might even see this in some of my other videos where I mentioned it, is if you look on the sides of the piston, there's no oil groove. I'll see if I can find one and show you the difference. Okay, we're back. Now you can see this is a Traxxas piston, but that doesn't matter. You can see there's that, what they call an oil ring. That's a groove that's designed to hold a film of oil. These old engines don't have that. They also have that boost port really close to the top crown of the piston, so there's very little sealing area here. So the castor oil will increase the shear strength and film strength of the fuel. It won't make it tune any worse, it won't make it run any hotter. It will be a bit more smoky and a bit more messy, but I'm sure most of you don't really care about that. But that castor oil will help provide better piston seal in this area, where this piston right here, which is designed to run in a chrome-lined engine, chrome-lined sleeve, that right there holds that thin film of oil and helps with compression and everything else. This doesn't have that, so like I said, the castor oil is a must. You can see the difference if we line these two up. Oil groove, no oil groove. So, you don't have to go up very much. What I can suggest is go with a fuel. If you can get a fuel at 8% oil, I know that sounds ridiculous. Then you want to bump it up to about 12, maybe 13%, and you're going to go in fluid ounces. Convert that to milliliters. It's pretty easy. You can do that online with a calculator. And you want to go up maybe 3 or 4%, so say 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you want to go up 5% by volume. So you'd be around 12, 13% oil. That'll be perfect for these old guys, because piston and sleeve kits are really expensive for these if you can find them, because sometimes they're not available or at all. And if you like vintage engines like I do, that's a big pain in the ass when you have one that doesn't run, especially if it's in good shape. But like I said, the head gasket was missing. So now it has you can actually pick up the whole truck with a pull starter. That's how you know it has good compression. If you can pull the engine over and the truck just stays on the ground, like in that last video, that's how you know the engine is shot, or the piston and sleeve is shot. Also, I did fix the fuel tank, but it appears to be leaking, but now it's not backfeeding into the exhaust. So what I'm going to do is take this, plug that hole up, and I'm going to take, because I have a secondary fuel tank, I'm not too worried about it, and I'm going to put that hose barb right in the lid. That way it can't feed back or cause any of that burbling issue down there, which drives me absolutely freaking nuts. And for those of you that were asking, that's not what that sounds like. This is what you heard is my echo trimmer. That's what you guys heard in the last video. That's how I even got that blends all mixed up in the fuel tank. Boy, does it smell good. Now that I can actually smell again since I don't have COVID anymore. But I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update on the old NT. There is a really nice subscriber. He has a channel, but no subscriptions or no videos or nothing. I can't remember what it is at the moment, but I will post that later. He has another 15 CV that he's never going to use. It apparently has a new piston and sleeve in it, pull starter parts that he is ever so kindly donating to the Bug 404 channel. So thank you for that, man. I will definitely be making a video when that gets here. And we'll go from there. Also, I think I mentioned that when I put this guy together, I found a little pipe fitting right there, and I had to make a little adapter so that the clutch bell wouldn't move around. Luckily, I found it in my sea of junk. And I just zip tied it to the truck. If you find shit like this, zip tie it to your truck so you don't lose it. And that way, when we take it apart and put it back together on video, I'll show you about that. Also, the one comment that I had from a while ago about zip ties through the cylinder head, like on other cylinder heads, how you have the holes here, there might be 4 or 5 of them depending on what engine you have, and there's zip ties all wrapped through them. People wonder why. That's so when you flip the truck upside down, the zip ties will take the impact and keep you from damaging the cylinder head. But, on a lighter note, the sun has come out, as you can see. It's not raining anymore. I think we're supposed to have a few nice days. The clouds are pretty freaking dark, but I'm not flooded. A lot of people got their houses damaged really bad, unfortunately. But I'm up high enough where that never happened, or didn't happen. There is a creek a little ways down the road from here, and it was really swollen and overflowed pretty bad, and they actually shut my street down for a little bit because of that. But there will be a video on this, a video on that, whenever that comes in. So, of course, if you live in the States, your mail comes to you pretty freaking quick. Here in Canada, it's snail mail, so that's what's going on. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble now, but anyways, for all you guys that donated, thank you very much. So I got about $3,300 left to come up with, so they're going to give me a break on that. Well, they're not going to not make me pay it, but I still have to pay it, but we're getting there. Anyways, so you guys really saved my freaking bacon. I wish I could thank you guys enough, and I don't know how to do that. But anyways, thank you to everyone that subscribes, likes, and shares, and follows, and whatever. You guys are all freaking 10 out of 10. Including you, Paper Towel Boy, because a lot of people like your garbage. Although no one knows who the fuck you are, you're still a douchebag. Anyway, probably sitting there with your thumb up your ass. He's the kind of guy who lays in bed at night, jams his own thumb up his ass, and yells wrong hole. Anyways, fuck you, Paper Towel Boy. Fuck you. Anyways, guys, happy Monday. Thanks for watching. And keep on burning nitro. Or 0% if you're me.